everyone. It is Black Spring with Autumn, and I am here with you from the Sweatbox. Uh, you know, YouTube and their retroactive punitive system. So that's that. I'll tell you, that's been the gist of my silence or mon silence. So, we'll talk about that another time. I have so many things that I wanted to get into, but I want to get into something that I don't know if you've seen this. There is a little bit of a commercial out there. And you notice that I entitled the stream. I entitled the stream, but take a look at it at your own. You'll take a look at it. I'll make the reference in this case because I'm going to handle this. I'm gonna handle this with some type of gloves. I don't know whether it's be latex or synthetic. I don't know, powder. I don't know. But a certain company, which to me it's a mega company. They have this commercial out with this. Hi, Charlie Ziegler. How are you? There's this commercial out, but I'm just gonna say with this kid. Okay, the kid appears. The kid the kid appears to be looking back. Like it's almost like okay, to me it's almost like the kid's looking into a mirror or she doesn't like what's looking back at her. So she jumps on to, but you can also see in the next clip it immediately goes from her looking at an individual that appears to have a mustache. And then it's panned away from that and it goes to it eventually will end up going to the same figure, the same individual with lipstick. Okay, with no stash and lipstick. All right, I just want to say that to me, I've talked about this before, and I'm going to try to be a little bit candid with you guys tonight on this. I'm just going to say it as it comes. Okay, so I've talked to you guys about how perversion. All right, now you can take that. I think that word can be used in many different ways, but perversion. But if things become perverted, they leave the door open for confusion. And I think we kind of have an idea where confusion comes from. The author, the father of confusion, if so to speak. Now, if you can't handle the spirituality of what I'm alluding to, then you might want to take cover right now. But I'm going to come at this from a couple of different ways. This is my perspective, okay? These are my thoughts, okay? So, as I just said, I think when things the more perverted, the more confusion, the more things are perverted, the more room there is left for confusion and also the more room there is left to deception. Okay, so what to me we're in a world right now in which I think that promotes false selves. This commercial to me is dual. Okay, it has dual it has there's duality. There's a duality to me. And that duality to me plays into something that I think is it's quite narcissistic in my mind, okay? And I'm saying that because this world this society that we're in, it promotes false self, but not getting to the, dare I say, the root, and the other side of it is not dealing with insecurities or ins or insufficient, or feeling, inadequacies. It it breeds that. It fosters a false self society, and to me that's no different than a perversion. It promotes perversion, and in that perversion you open the door for confusion, and then from that door there you go back to the deception. Okay, so to me, I wouldn't think that would be promoting a healthy society. I don't care what big box company or what big major corporation, to me they're gonna. Oh, some people have looked at this commercial from uh Nozema. Okay, Nozema's cool. Nozema's look cat. Nozema. Notice that I'm hoping I'm getting that right. This is a company. Nozema. Nozema. Give me a thumbs up if you pick it up what I'm putting down. Nozema's look cat. Okay. So here you are, you have there again, I said that you have this kid that appears to have a mustache, and it immediately looks she takes another, or the individual takes another look, and then the next look the individual has lipstick and without stash. Okay, so to me, this speaks to all kinds of things. To me, this speaks to what's going on, that they're gently trying to massage or trying to normalize the ender issue. Okay, they're trying to normalize people not accepting what they've been given to work with. Oh no, society, you're supposed to go out here. You go out here and you do as thou wilt. You go out here and you can dress as you want. You dress up as you want to dress up, and society's supposed to accept that. Never mind working on either your issues, your trauma, your inadequacies, your vulnerabilities. Let's just sell everybody the false self. Well, my problem with that is that you imagine that other children or kids are probably looking at this commercial, and guess what? They may be fairly or slightly confused. Okay. I mean, where am I saying, is that too old of a generation to say, oh, well, there's confusion there? Oh, but they're just going to accept what they see. They're going to accept the smile, and then they're going to say, oh, as long as this person is happy, then as long as they're being themselves, or as long as they're sharing the quote their truth, then that's all that matters. And see, that's to me another part of the perversion in the society. People are being groomed to promote false self and not work on the damage, the hurt, the insecurities, the inadequacies, or the hurt, but no, they'd rather have these dual things, these dualities going on. But the problem with that is when somebody does not accept that false self that society has fostered and promoted, and then that person cracks when somebody actually appeals, or when somebody actually attacks, or somebody actually attacks that false, I mean the insecure, or that vulnerable, or that inadequate self, then that's when you end up with the dark tragedies. But see, nobody's talking about that. So for those of you that are just coming on, hi Bar CT, thank you so much. So right now we're talking about Nozema's look cat. Okay, so all of that is inverted. All of that is inverted. If you guys haven't seen the commercial on Nozema, you might see it on the tubes. You might see it on mainstream TV. But just check out the commercial. If I were doing a regular studio stream, I would show you the commercial, and I may do that. But for now, I'm analyzing it right now, because I think this society, or the dark entities, if you will, are promoting, they're promoting false self, which is going to make, to me, it's an unhealthy society when we've got people lifting up and pouring into false self. Okay, so what I'm saying is that one of the main problems to me is, okay, so what? If you are looking, if you're an individual and you have a mustache, and then and they've got you turning back and looking at the next clip is that what's looking back at you is actually a young individual wearing red lipstick with no stash. To me, that's basically, you're looking at the mirror, you don't like what you see, but you want to sell this image. You'd rather sell that image of you in the stashless image of you with the red lipstick. And to me, that is deception, and that is perversion. Perversion, confusion, and then deception. That's what I'm on about. So, and you got all these people. Oh well, look at Nozama. It's great that they're teaching people to accept themselves for who they are. Okay, well that's not exactly who the individual is, because they look one way and they have a stash, and then the next second the mirror shows them, mirror on the wall says that you're a young individual with no stash and red lipstick. So which one are you? So which one? And then all of a sudden the kid pops out with the kid opens a box from Nozama, and she throws on the yellow jacket, and she's dancing through the middle of this, jazzing through the middle of this classroom, and looking back with the I guess she ends up looking back at everyone with the nose stash. So I'm just saying, it's just, I'm telling you, the stuff that they're promoting right now, and then you still have these the bewitchuals and the reprobates that, oh, it's just art that you're promoting, oh, that person's just showing their truth, and oh, it just, are you serious? I'm telling you, it's hard to stomach when you see these commercials. I think the commercial has probably gotten about 2 million views at least, maybe excess of 2 million views by now. But like I said, my point is, we live in a narcissistic society in which narcissists, or people with narcissistic tendencies, I'm not saying, I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, whether they're diagnosed, clinical, whatever. If you're looking back, if you look in the mirror and you see something that's not what's actually in the mirror, well, you're dealing with you're dealing with a false self, and you're also dealing with, you're dealing with a deception. You're dealing with, what is it, it's a false self, but it's certainly not who's looking at it, like a dysphoria. You're dealing with a dysphoria, but our sick society says, oh, we could be anything we want to be, and that's a bunch of BS, and it's a bunch of lies. Amazon can't make you be something that you're not. But they want to make it seem like, oh, we got a solution to this. Just throw on an Amazon jacket and keep rolling. You can make it true. If you can make it up, you can make it true. But I'm telling you, I think we're in a society that's promoting mental illness, is what we are. But to me, that is a dangerous society. Not only is it dark, but it's promoting these agendas. And they are coming after these youth like crazy. And I'm not even talking about that situation in Chicago. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video, because I see them stirring the pot. They're poking a bear, and I think they're gonna get that RAW that they've been wanting. It's close. But let me get back to this. So I'm just saying, this Look Cat commercial by Nozama is really disturbing to me, Because if you look at our youth right now, they're already pretty much zombied out. They're all pretty much roboed out. You can barely tear them away from those devices, those cell phones in their hands. But then all of a sudden, you've got commercials that are basically promoting confusion, perversion, confusion. But isn't that set? But what other societies are promoting that? What the hell is it? Somebody want to tell me about Mystery Babylon? What is going on here? That is the majority of what we're seeing. We're seeing these Anheuser-Busch commercials. Now we've got Amazon and the look cat in the gold jacket. I'm not even going to go into the symbolism in that, the color and all that. I'm not going to shout out to Mr. Pearson. I'd love for him to break this thing down. But I'm telling you, they are going to this false self to me, this false self society that society is promoting right now, to me, is one of the most narcissistic and most dangerous things that they can promote. But to me, it's all part of the plan. It's all feeding into the same agenda. Because if you keep, you notice how for so many years now, all we ever hear is about their truth and your truth. And to me, all that means is your lie, whatever lie you want to promote, do as thou wilt, even if it's a lie. So there is, to me, no, that's all they're doing. And what I like, I think about the Queen song is going in the back, is on a loop. I'm telling you, they have mind. And it's by Queen of all things. Queen. By Queen. I'm telling you. It's by of all things. It's promoting the TRAN humanism movement. Okay? And it's doing that for young kids. It's absolutely doing that. And it's like they're trying to normalize. They're trying to normalize any and everything. Because for all we know, it could be somebody from said community they're morphing into something. But they want you, but then the silly people in the comments, on the comments section, oh, that's so great that Nozima's promoting people to be comfortable in their own skin. And I'm like, oh, look at you. You've been watching Oprah. You're not too far from, you just graduated from the last Oprah episode. I'm telling you, it's the reprobates, the bewitchables are real. So if you see this, I don't know if you guys give me a thumbs up in here if you see this commercial. And I'm calling it Nozima because it's their commercial. And I'm trying to handle this as tiny as I can. Hi, AZ. Charlie's here. Charlie Ziegler's here. And AZ says, Newspeak is moral fluidity. Up. Right. Okay. Charlie Ziegler says they are pushing everything that is wrong lately. It is like a mirror world. Good and common sense is on the other side now. Absolutely, they will attack you for it. And Marcy says, so just be yourself. Absolutely. My thing is, okay, if it's about somebody, if see, this is the perversion, the palindrome, the double meaning, the double. I don't know if I can even call this a double entendre, or what they say, double entendre, but a double entendre. Are they saying that just you're being your true self, be yourself, but you're not being yourself. You're not speaking your truth. You're speaking the truth that you want people to see, that you want people to hear. And in this case, this commercial is doing that. It's not just about some kid waking up, you know, trying to do this or trying to do that. They want it to seem, romance the perversion, romance the confusion, romance the door they left open for confusion. Because you see the kid, it looks like the kid to me is she's setting herself up. She sets herself up looking like with this, she's got a light in the back, as if she's getting ready to do a podcast or a live stream, or she's green screen ready. But there again, even all of that. The thing about it is, the minute that they gave us access to, I find this peculiar. The more they unleashed all the tools of illusion, they've unleashed so many tools of illusion to the general public or to the masses lately, but it was only for our destruction. Anything that Hollywood that's appeared to be, whatever, magical or entertainment or television, they told us lies until they wanted us to use all the lies to destroy ourselves. Look at it. Like, did you ever hear, the average person didn't know what chroma key was or a green screen. So all of a sudden we can, use a green screen light or a circle light. We can use the image of ourselves to reflect the destruction, how we will destroy ourselves. Use the technology against us. The technology that they want you to think it promotes you is the same destruction, the same technology that will be used to destroy you. I'm telling, it's a fine line. Everything is a fine line. You don't have to go very far. You can sneeze at the deception. It's that close. It's that close. If you flip it, you flip it to the left, it's one way, and you flip it to the right, it means something else. But I'm telling you, they are absolutely perverting youth. The kids that are not even kids that are may not even be affected. Kids that may not even, their minds are maybe not even on that. But can you imagine a kid watching this commercial and seeing somebody with a stash, a young kid with a stash, and this the person, and then somebody even went into the comment section on Nozema and says, "Oh, this is being played by Morgan Quinn." I don't give a shit who it's being played by. You see, that's it. You see, like, even that in itself. Oh, so it's okay as long as it's being played by one of Hollywood's stars. It's okay that we use somebody. Okay, so you got somebody of either talent or influence to deceive people, to teach people, to help you with your perverted agenda. Oh, stand up and take a bow. I'm telling you, the masses, the masses, I think the people that are pretty much reprobates, the people that are pretty much the do as thou wilt, and oh, as long as it makes you happy, you can be in your truth and their truth and this and that, and I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Like, people's voices are being piled and dumped on and squelched for speaking any type of rationale, anything that appears reasonable, or that applies reasoning, that has a reasoning applied to it, or logic. It's crushed right now. We are the minority, but I'm telling you, they're totally coming after the youth. And just look at it. Was it Washington State? Was it Washington State that passed this bill in which these kids can go off and TRANS and do all this kind of, stuff to themselves? Because guess what? This is what I've been talking about. I've talked about this before. That the big brother would eventually be the parent, would take ownership of people's kids. They're taking ownership of kids' destinies. They're using commercials to normalize, to massage, to groom. Now the big box Nozema is a tool, is a grooming tool. That's exactly what they are. They are grooming this next generation. And if you look at it, a lot of the generation, they're grooming themselves with these cell phones. There's all kinds of tools out there. And I'm telling you, it's just things are getting really, I don't want to get into the AI stuff. That's another rabbit hole. That's another rabbit hole. But I just wanted to talk about that commercial. And for those of you that have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it's like, how deceptive can you be? Like, how much more massaging or grooming can you be injected to this society? How much more? So I'm going to go back to my, let me. The point is about the TRANS agenda, and was you have Washington State, and then see California already had a policy in which you could do an abortion via the nurse. That was some legislation that was, I guess, I assume it's passed. It's passed. So it's like a whole new generation. It's almost like they're breeding an entire generation, and it's all being the government, the your representatives are all standing by while this is going on. Or either they're doing a little they're doing a little theater in the background for you to pat them on the back and keep them with a job, you know. So that, it's, I'm telling you, I can't, when I saw that commercial, it's like, okay, here we go. They're going to normalize an entire generation, or make it seem like they're doing society a favor. Oh, they're setting somebody free to be themselves. Okay, be yourself. Just be that then. If you actually have a stash, be that. Be that. But why? Why show both? Why show the duality? Why put the both on the freaking commercial? Why show one with a stash and then one without, one with lipstick and all of this? It's just, I'm telling you, it's a part of the agenda, the movement. It's not about somebody just being themselves and accepting themselves. It's not. It's about them promoting this movement. And it's like they've slowly installed grooming these grooming tools and tactics. They're very strategic. Very strategic. You've already got the net drag story time that has infiltrated the schools and the public libraries. You've already got that. You've got people having public events, and then now you add, now they're going for the youngest. They're going after the youngest, is what they're doing. And I'm just thinking, so if you get a chance, have a look at the look at from Nosema and the gold jacket. So I tell you, it's real. If I get down to it, it's like, this is kind of spiritual. It's a spiritual wickedness about this. It's like, you can wear anything's possible in a gold jacket. To me, to me, I see another side of this. It's almost blasphemous. It's like there is a religion out there that's being promoted. We have recurring colors that show up everywhere. Uh, we've even got cell phones in that color right now. I'm telling you, what is it? The iPhone. iPhone is has this new bright yellow phone that they were promoting. But I'm telling you, don't sleep on it, my friends, because it's recurring for a reason. It's totally recurring for a reason. So let's see. Let's see who's in the chat. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, well, jump on. If you jump on to the YouTubes, just type in girl with a mustache or whatever. Type in girl with a mustache. Now listen, this is my perspective on this. I'm not here to convince anybody. You've got to do what you've got to take from it what you will. But this is my own, through my eyes. I'm showing you. I'm showing it to you from what I can see. Marcy says the truth that TV told you to be plus all propaganda. Oh, it's there. Like I said, if I were in live studio right now, I could show it to you. But just type it in. Girl with the mustache commercial. Type it on. Type it in. And it's on a loop. They're using the Queen song. And it's all, I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. And like I said, this is my perception of this. And you may think, oh no. We are in a time of, to me, this is the forbidden fruit. This is the time of forbidden fruit. And many people have bitten it, are all in. A lot of people that are all in their truth. This is what this is what it is. This is their truth. Hi, Real Mad TV. I was in the sweat box. So I got out of their freaking sweat box. I'm just saying, and this is just another heads up, guys. Uh, and I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just telling you, consider this. In this perspective, I don't know. The tubes are probably going to go a little. They're going to probably go, burn it down strategy that YouTube has. That's why I'm gonna have to move quicker on these other channel. I may even have to do, like, some people have a 2.0. There may be a Black Spring with Autumn 2.0 or something like that. I may need to build on that because I'm not sure if because this last sweat box trip went back into the 2020 what. So they attacked me on that. Okay, they snatched me on something that's almost 3 years old. Well, it's probably 3 years old, at least 3 years old, a 3-year-old stream. Um, so yeah, so I'm just saying, but I'm telling you, at some point, YT may not be, the centerpiece, the entree. It may not be for this particular channel. It'll be until I can get things going over there on the other sites, but it's so exhausting to build and build, let them tear it down and then go build somewhere else. I get it. But there may not be an opportunity. You may not always have, BSWA it's already not in its purest form. It's already not in its purest form. So I may go ahead and go over and put a video up. I may go over and put a video up on this particular thing because that might be the only place where I can talk about it without so much code and so much palindrome and so much inversion. I may be able to do it there. Marcy says it's trending #1 on this. Wait. Okay, let me read this right now. Okay, let's see. Let me go on here. Okay. Joseph Francis versus now pass. No need to watch that. AZ says look into the secular religion. Okay, I will for sure. Yes, Joseph Francis Burton. Yes, affirmative. They did. This is all your strike were over recent videos. The more, no. They're retro. They're retro. Sticking it to me, and all the ones that they've done has been retro. So it says, yeah, you're probably right. I need to fix that, AZ. I need to fix that. So yeah, it's Marcy says, they got paid by Georgie Porgy. I'm telling you, it's a twist. It's a twist. It's a doozy out here. But yeah. So that particular commercial, it was just kind of bothering me because I mean, we can see everything. We can see everything crumbling around us. Like, just especially with the youth, you can see it for the majority, like a mass. There's a lot of people being destroyed. A lot of just logic and youth, and between the TikToks and all the other things that'll infiltrate, that are getting into these kids' psyche. You keep now add this. It's not Christmas time, I guess Amazon can just have all kinds. I guess what are they gonna do next? No, call them Nozema. Next thing, what are they gonna do? Have kids jumping out of birthday cakes and doing their own net rag birthday surprises in a box. Uh, Joseph Francis Burton says mass suppression on YouTube, but banning Hunger Games in Podunk, Idaho. So I'm telling you, I'm saying that I don't know why that. It's because the youth has already been inundated with so much already. But there's so many things but it's just more confusion. It's perversion. If you can pervert things to the point of confusion, then you leave the door open for deception. And that's it. A lot of people in those comment sections were saying out that they were confused. I think that's exactly what that's exactly what you're supposed to be. Like on the surface, but eventually it'll end up being, the perversion will drive the confusion, and the confusion will drive the deception. That's my bottom line with the look with Nozima's look cat girl with the stash commercial. If I had a daughter or a son, I'd be, well, yeah, I don't even know, like, what, like, I don't even know what's a regular. See, the other thing I told you guys this once before. Most of these free free streaming is another way to appeal to the masses, because they know that there's a certain demographic of people that are just not going to pay for cable. There's also a certain demographic of people that cannot afford cable. There's a certain demographic of people that wouldn't pay for cable if they could. But they're going to reach those. They're going to reach a swath of people. You find the most NGOs and uh, you find the most NGOs and the most act now kind of commercials and promotion on these free streaming networks. The free apps, the free streaming, you find most of the perversion you're going to find there. It's not just senior citizens that don't really want to pay for cable. No, it's more, they made it accessible so they could have accessible for to per is the perversion path, the path to deception. That's what you have access to. And it started, of course, the CV-19 to me was an impetus for so much of this. A solution for everything. It's for every riot, every storm, every da 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 da. There is a solution. And a lot of times you've already seen it. MoveOn.org and all that kind of a bit. Hit those free apps and free streaming networks and you'll see all of this stuff. You'll see. You'll see the direction that things are going in. You'll see it. So they're taking, like I said, you've got a lot of these states are moving towards, you know, taking ownership and prosecuting you as a parent if you say they can't be a part of this stuff. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. So I don't know if they're gonna try to ding me for this, but I'm just letting you know. Check out the girl with the stash commercial if you haven't. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if it's just about THEIRTRUTH, or just be yourself. Oh, that's so admirable. Let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate you for burning this 40 minutes and 9 seconds here. But I think we're going to see more of this. I think we're going to see more of this. RCC says, teach your children and grandchildren. There you go. And then Charlie says, Ziegler says, yes, they don't care if you don't partake because I believe they are going to get. Oh yeah, they're definitely. Oh, it's there. It's all there. And Real Mad TV. Real Mad TV. Yes, I haven't seen you guys in a while. All right, guys. All right, have a great rest of the rest of your Tuesday evening, if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, or if you're on your Wednesday. I will try to. Yeah, I'll try to get back on here ASAP, but it may be in studio. There's a lot going on, guys. A lot, and I'll see you later.